Hey guys, how's it going? So today I am going to do a first impression let's play review of a game called Drova. As always with all of my first impression let's play reviews, if you are in a hurry and you don't want to watch the full video, you can simply skip to the last 10 minutes or so of the video. I will put the timestamp in the description below. And you can just skip to that timestamp if you only want to hear my quick, concise, final opinion on the game. But otherwise, if you're not in a hurry, you can just stay tuned. And today I will be playing through the game for an hour or more. And I will be giving you my running commentary as I play through the game. And I will be telling you what, in my opinion, is good and bad about the game as we play through the game today. So the game developers or the game's publisher were nice enough to send me a code for the game and also early access of the game, but I wasn't able to publish a video until today. And I was actually busy playing many other games. So the developers were nice enough to send me a code like 2 weeks in advance of the game, but I really didn't get time to play the game. So today we're gonna check the game out. The game actually looks really cool. If I look at the screenshots on Steam, that is why I have an interest in the game. I really like these types of games that have like a unique art style, and the art style for this game certainly looks really nice. It looks really high quality as well. So first off, let's check out the settings of the game. So this is just basically miscellaneous settings, nothing of real interest here. The things that we really care about are the display options. So the game does have full screen mode, borderless windowed mode, and then it doesn't have borderless full screen mode, but actually borderless windowed mode is borderless full screen mode. So this is a bit of a misnomer over here. This is actually not borderless windowed mode, it is borderless full screen mode, and the game does not have a borderless windowed mode. So but otherwise than that, I don't see any real issues. You can change the resolution. The game does do that thing where the refresh rate is tied to the resolution, even though it doesn't show you here, it doesn't show the refresh rate, but you can clearly see that there are multiple there's multiple resolutions showing up. Some of the resolutions are showing up only once, and some of the resolutions are showing up 3 times. Now that is probably because this one is 60 Hertz, this one is 30 Hertz, and then this one is usually 29 Hertz. So that is why some of them are showing up 3 times. And then my TV, which I'm playing on, because I'm playing on a TV, does support 60 Hertz 4K resolution and 60 Hertz 2K resolution. Although I'm not sure why it's not showing the rest of the hertz. Like we're playing on 2K resolution, but it's not showing the hertz, and that is an issue. It really should show. Oh wait, over here there's another one. So why does it go 1440p and then over here 1440p, and then over here also 1440p? Okay, so it does then technically show the 60 Hertz and the 30 Hertz and the 29 Hertz or 24 Hertz. I can't remember which one it was exactly. But yeah, so it does show the different Hertz. Well, it doesn't show the different Hertz, but technically it does show the different Hertz. So you just basically have to know that this is 60 hertz, this is 30 hertz, and this is 29 hertz. You just have to know that. But yeah, definitely the resolution options should display the hertz. Even though I'm not a fan of that, I'm not a fan of having the hertz combined with the resolution. I want to be able to select the resolution, and then in a separate drop down I want to be able to select the hertz, because you may or may not know this, but frame rate is different from hertz. They are two different things. So your screen's frame rate is different from the refresh rate or the hertz. So anyway, this menu needs a little bit of work. They should be showing you the hertz, and they should not be separate like this, like 1440p, 1440p, 1440p. It should not be separate like that. And then obviously, like I said, the game does not have a borderless windowed mode. It has a borderless full screen mode, and then full screen and then windowed mode. It is missing the borderless windowed mode. Even though it says borderless windowed mode, the game actually doesn't have a borderless windowed mode. Otherwise than that, I don't see any real issues, to be honest. It supports all of the frame rates that you would want. So the standard ones are 60, 120, 144, and 240. Actually, 360 is missing. You do get monitors that are 360 hertz, so 360 is missing. But I guess at that point, if your computer is able to run the game at 360 FPS, then you might as well select unlimited, but still, that is something that is missing. They did a good job with all of the different frame rates, but they are missing 360 FPS. I normally prefer to have a slider, almost like the slider for the screen shake intensity. Like, they should have a slider for the frame rate that goes from 1 till basically infinite, 500. You know, 500 FPS is like, I don't know of any screens, any monitors that are able to run at higher than 360 FPS or 360 hertz at least. So anything from 0 to 360 would be nice, but to be safe, I would make it 0 to 500, to be honest. So that is the system that I prefer for frame rate selection. This is a little bit limiting. For some reason, someone might be able, might want to run their game at like 200 FPS or 150 FPS, and then that is simply an FPS that is not available here. So a slider like this is much more preferred, in my opinion. So yeah, basically the only real issues that I can see is that 360 FPS is not available, the resolutions are not correct, and then the game does not have borderless windowed mode available. Otherwise than that, everything seems pretty good. So to be honest, overall, I'm pretty happy with the settings. The game does not allow you to change texture at all. There are no graphical options at all. So shadows, texture quality, object detail, vegetation detail, world detail, all of those things are not available. But as we get into the game, you will very quickly see that the game is pixel graphics, and very often pixel graphics is not something that you can really change the quality of. You know, you can't change the pixel graphics from low pixel graphics to high pixel graphics, because the pixel graphics aren't rendered normally like what you would find in non-pixel graphics games. So that is why you don't see any texture or graphical options here at all. So yeah, with that being said, let's jump into the game. So you start off with selecting your body. Okay, so it's basically male, female. Skin color is 4 different, well, 5 different, 4 different skin colors. And then there's male and female voices. So you can choose a keepsake, just you and your abilities. You've got everything you need. You're well prepared and always carry a small stash of remedies with you. Ring of life, your health is increased. Coin purse, you never leave the house without your coin purse. The ring of strength, this ring does the trick, increases physical strength. Lockpick, I'm sure this is just one lockpick that will break probably. And then that's it. So those are the keepsakes that you can select if you want to. I don't know if there's any gameplay effect behind not selecting a keepsake. I guess it just really comes down to your own personal preference if you want to play on hard mode without any benefits or not. We can take a ring of life. That sounds good, even though it would be nice if they told you how much health is being increased, you know, because this ring of health could give you 1 HP or 100 HP, and then they should also show your HP, you know, they should show your HP here, because 1 HP on top of 100 HP is not a lot, but 1 HP on top of 20 HP is quite a lot. That's 5%. So they should show you your health, and they should show you what this thing actually does. By how much does this thing actually increase your health? And then as well with the ring of strength, they should show you your base strength and then your added strength with the ring of health. So those are a couple of things that they can definitely change. The developers need to realize you can never give the player too much information. You can never give them too much information. No one will ever fucking complain about having too much information. That is simply not something that a sane person will do. So appearance, hairstyle. So there's different hairstyles, different hair colors, decoration, like face paint basically. Because it is pixel graphics, as I said, I mean, that's literally just a single pixel on your character changing color. But I mean, this is a pixel graphics game, so you know, that's life. That is what you're gonna get. Character creator in these games is something that you really don't normally see, because I mean, one character, one pixel different from another character's pixel, that is something that you are basically never going to notice. And you can also put multiple, so you can, oh, and they actually stack, so you can have 1 of the face paint, or you can have 2 of the face paint, or you can have 3 of the face paint. Then the pixels just basically stack on top of each other. That's interesting. So you can have a golden earring, and then this one doesn't even change the color, and then you can have a blue earring on top of a golden earring, and then I guess the blue earring takes precedence over the golden earring. So yeah, it's weird. You can like change your decorations, and you can stack the decorations, which is interesting. So you can have an earring and an eye patch, you know, that kind of stuff. What if you have multiple eye patches? Oh, that doesn't do anything. Yeah, but it's interesting that they allow you to have multiple decorations. It is definitely interesting. I think I'm gonna go without any decorations. Beard. Yeah, I don't think my female is gonna have a beard. Thank you very much. For my females without beards. But there's a nice amount of variation. You can even have mutton chops. And then you can change your beard color as well. So multiple different colors. And there's even a couple funky colors like green and red and that kind of stuff. I don't like it when you are limited on the color of your hair or the color of a tattoo or the color of your beard or anything like that. If they allow you to choose between colors, then they should allow you to change between any colors. Doesn't matter if it's purple or gold or red or turquoise or anything. They should allow you to change your hair color to anything you want. It also changes the, I guess, the ponytail, like the braids or whatever those are, the rubber bands on the end of the hair. It changes that as well. So if you want green hair with blue bands, you can't do that. That is simply not an option. So that is not good. They should not change the color of the rubber bands or whatever, or they should allow you to change the color of the rubber bands. And let's go with purple. I like purple. Ooh, I like this purple even more. So there's 31 different hairstyles. That's not bad. Let's go with this one. And then, yeah, I don't care about any of the other stuff. Oh, by the way, I forgot to say this at the beginning, but normally I obviously consider the price of a game. But as I said, the developer sent me code before the game actually releases, and they have not yet published a price for the game. They haven't made the price of the game available yet. So by the time that this video goes live, the game wouldn't be on sale yet. It goes the game goes live on Steam about, I would say, 12 hours after this video goes live. So I don't know what the price of the game is. So basically, long story short, I'm just going to, at the end of the video, tell you guys what I would pay for this game. Because normally I would say, okay, they're charging $20 or $30 or whatever. And then, like, if the game is bad, then I might pay $5 for the game. But if the game is good, I might pay $30 or $40 for the game. So without an actual price, I'm just gonna have to basically tell you guys what I would pay for a game like this. But by the time that this video goes live, you guys probably will know the price. And in fact, I will, in the comments below, just make a comment. Once I know the price of the game, I will say, okay, I will pay, the game is available for $20, I will pay $20. Or the game is available for $40, I will not pay $40. You know, that kind of thing. Because obviously, the game might be good, but it might not be good enough to warrant a $40 or $50 price tag. So I'm just going to basically have to tell you guys what I would pay for the game at the end of the video. Recommended setting: Drova is dangerous, be careful who you mess with. You cause more damage and can take more damage. Drova is dangerous. Okay, so this is another thing that I don't like. You should be told exactly what is changing with the difficulty options. Don't tell me that it's more dangerous. Tell me, do you take more damage? How much more damage? Do you do less damage? How much less damage? Do you have less HP? How much less HP? Exactly as I said with the Ring of Life and the Ring of Strength and even the coin purse. How much money does the coin purse give? You know, how much money do you start with and how much money does the coin purse give? Exactly like that. You can never give the player too much information. It is literally impossible to overload the player with information. So you should tell the player over here, on this setting you have this amount of damage taken, and on this mode you have this amount of damage taken. So this is not good. I despise it when developers don't tell you what is actually changing with the options. So anyway, this is basically normal mode and this is easy mode, so we're gonna play on normal mode. If you select Iron mode, you have only one save game and the game saves automatically. So that's basically, yeah, Iron mode. We all know what Iron mode is. So I'm not a masochist, so I'm not gonna play on Iron mode.
Life is rough. With our blood and sweat, we wrest every single grain from the soil. Each winter, many of us die. But when our warriors returned from the foray, they brought with them a new hope. Treasure and food aside, they also found something special. It glowed red and caught the attention of everyone who beheld it. It was a crystal, adorned with ancient runes and imbued with magical power. Our druids could sense it. They took it and allowed no one to even glance at the crystal. We were able to catch only a few words from within the sacred grove. Drova, Elysium, Nemeton. Drova, the other world. A world of peace, where nobody went hungry. Where everyone in the town of Nemeton would live in harmony with the divinities. Does this crystal really have anything to do with Nemeton? You see how two torches are moving away from the village, accompanied by a red sheen. The druids, Meron and Venia, dare enter the forest at this hour, all by themselves. What are they doing? You decide to follow them.
They must have come. Okay, I couldn't even read finished. That's not good. The developer should allow you to read finished. Okay, move W, A, and D. Okay, that's fine. Can you move with left click and right click? No, you can't. Okay. The game works with W, A, and D. He just said something, but I have no idea what he said. Oh, the the movement of the mouse controls the camera. Okay, so if you leave your mouse like this, that's gonna constantly force your camera to the bottom. So technically you should play like this, which is a little bit irritating, you know, having the mouse visible on the screen constantly is pretty bloody irritating. The mouse should auto hide after like a second, honestly, because this is just gonna spoil the beautiful graphics of the game. Having this white block in the middle of the screen is really irritating. Look at that. It's really irritating. The worlds are touching. We are close. Okay, now they allow you to skip when you want to. Why didn't they do that with the previous 2 speeches? Like, this is the way that it should work. You were right, it's working. We'll have to tell the others, they'll be amazed. We won't know whether it really works until we establish a connection to Drova. Isn't that dangerous? We've got to attempt it. How else can we be sure?
Oh.
Wait, I'm coming. That's what she said. Hold right click to look around more closely. This way you can look behind objects or through the fog. Okay, why would I want to do that? Oh, and you move much slower when you do that. That's a little bit irritating. So as soon as you right click, you move considerably slower. I'm assuming there's not something back here that we missed. Okay, there's footsteps over there. Those footsteps are going that direction. How the hell am I back where I started? How's that possible? Are you teleported back? Okay, yes. So the game constantly teleports you back to where you should be. Obviously this is a tutorial section, so the game will constantly teleport you. A little bit sucky. I would have wanted to explore a little bit, but okay. I understand that this is a tutorial section. And we get... What? Do we get teleported back or not? Okay, so we get teleported back to the start. So obviously the top is the correct... No, master. We should have turned around and never come here. You drove them out. Master Myron, please. You can't die on me now. What happened here? You shouldn't have followed us. Now you are doomed too, just as we are. The spirits will kill us. What are these creatures? Spirits? They attacked us when we entered the Misty Trials. Master Myron drove them away, pushed them back into the fog, and gave his life force in the process. Well, they seem harmless enough now. I feel the spirits that are lurking in the fog. They will return. Quickly press on to Drova. You're right, we have no choice. These are the Misty Trails. Only a divinity can get us out of here. I don't know whether we can make it there, but it's the only way. Did you hear that? The spirits are gathering. Come on, quick. Forgive me, Master Myron. I shall bring the crystal to Drova. We must pursue our great goal. His weapon. Don't need it anymore. Here, take the weapon in case the spirits come back. Don't make promises you can't keep, but I'd be happy if you could. The spirits are weakened. Master Myron cast a spell, but its power is waning and they will be back. We have to find the divinity. Only it can get us out of here. Somewhere around here there must be a way leading to the other world. We have to find it. Follow me. Press C or draw your sword to stow. Okay. I just scanned this one, so you can scan stuff as well. You need to basically swing your mouse around like a moron to see if there's stuff to scan. And then press C to draw your sword. Oh, but then you move significantly slower if you do that. Yeah, I'm not a huge fan of that, to be honest. Those are the spirits. Master Myron's spell is weakening and more will come. We have to hurry. There must be a crossroads between the other worlds. Can you pick these up? No, you can't. This must be the crossroads between the other worlds, an ancient place created by our forefathers. This is where the other worlds connect. And we can get to Drova from here. Think, Benia, think. What else did Master Myron say? Only a divinity can roam between the worlds. It takes everything within the ruins that lies between the crossroads to the other worlds. That must mean that we've got to travel with the divinity and thus somehow bring it here. The crystal, we can harness its power to lure the divinity quickly. We've got to uncover the ruins so that the divinity will take us along. I'll take care of the two below, you get the two above. What do the ruins mean? We don't have time to talk. Uncover the ruins by the two stones at the top. Use left click to interact. As long as your weapon is drawn, you can't interact at all. I am not a fan of that. first want to do a little bit of exploring to see if there's not anything, but so far there has been absolutely zero exploration. No exploration whatsoever. We must hurry. I can sense the presence of the divinity. Keep behind me. We'll get started. The red crystal will summon the divinity, I hope. I believe in you. Well, you're the only one around here. Here we go. Get ready. What do I have to do? I'm sensing the divinity. We must get started. Okay, thanks for blinding us. Very much appreciated. Where am I? I've got to... Well, my health is full. How was I coughing up blood? Holy shit. You're alive. Are we going in Drova? Or are we in Drova? It has to be Drova. The divinity, it has brought us here. Only divinities know the way to Drova. No. None of the writings mentioned this dark fog. The fog, the dark fog, it's tearing me apart. What do I do? What do you mean tearing you apart? Where it touched me, it consumed me, my body and my spirit. I'm fading away. Crystal, it must reach Nemeton. Master Myron always talked about it. Find the druids and bring the crystal to them. I shall tell Myron we made it to Drova, to the land of the legends. And she's dead. And I get experience. Holy shit. You don't often get experience when your party member dies. You found a weapon, press I to open your inventory. Blah blah blah. Let's check our inventory. You see 5 max HP, so it gives 5 max HP. We only have a base amount of 40 HP, so that actually gives more than 10% bonus HP, which is obviously pretty good. So that is exactly what I would have wanted to see at the beginning of the game. Okay, so where's my weapon? Oh, okay, so they took my weapon away. That's fucking stupid. Now we're gonna have to fight with a branch. So you're basically every now and then going to have to do this. Oh, shitters. Okay. Don't go into the fog, I guess. Thanks for telling me that game. I really appreciate it. You're basically gonna have to run and do this shit every now and then if you don't want to miss anything. I don't see mechanism for this door. Can we destroy this? Yes, we can. There's stuff there that I can't even see. The only way how you know it is there is by the hand. The cursor turns into a hand. I really don't like the fact that you can't pick something up when you have your weapon out, when you are basically in combat mode. When you're in this mode, you can't pick anything up. That's really obtuse. It is simply obtuse. There's no reason to make the game be that way, in my opinion. It just makes the game more obtuse. Okay, what's the use of sitting? Do I gain health? No, it doesn't look like it, but I can spin around. Ah. The hearth has been completely devastated. I can't cook anything here anymore. Yeah, that's exactly what I said. You have to do this shit every now and then. Otherwise you're gonna miss stuff. The pickup range is also very short. Like, you basically have to be standing on top of the thing that you want to pick up. You can't be standing really at all at any distance from the thing you want to pick up. Food restores your health over time, however regeneration is paused if your health bar is full. Make sure you're well sated at any given time. Blah blah blah. Okay. The Raven is on our side. Dorian leads us. Come to Nemeton. I don't like the fact that the dialogue disappears before I've read it completely. with all these holes, this furniture will hardly be able to generate enough heat to melt metal. The red markings on the rock could be a warning. Okay, well, let's go over there last. Let's check out our inventory quickly. We have a shield. I think, oh, we have a map as well. Buy ink to mark places on the map. Okay, well, the map is completely blank. I wanted to see, have we explored the entire village? I think we pretty much have. I don't think we really missed anything. So we can go up or we can go to the right side. I think let's go to the right side first, even though they say there's a warning, but I'm not afraid. Okay, so it's just a place filled with this shit, which we already have learned from our own experience that it's nicht good. Oh shit. I don't know what the yellow bar is underneath the enemies. Ouch. You've walked. Okay, dodge, space bar, stamina, okay. What was the other one? How do we how do we see the previous stuff? That's really stupid. Like, I missed that tutorial completely. That's really, really stupid. You can quick save and quick load as well. Quick load is F9, which is not acceptable. Okay, but there's no way to change it from F9. That's really stupid. That's another oversight. The developer should allow you to change F5 and F9 to anything you want. There is no reason why they should not allow you to change all of the controls. If they allow you to change these controls, then they should allow you to change these controls. Because I cannot press F9 on my keyboard for a reason. So that's really stupid. I basically will have to... I can quick save, like I can do this, quick save, but I can't press F9. So then I have to go load, and I have to go load my quick save over here, which is not optimal. There's another thing over there, but no idea how to get over there. Okay, so that's your stamina. The green bar is your stamina. In combat, you'll always attack in the direction you're facing. The arrow under your character indicates the direction you're facing. Use your mouse to change this direction. Yeah, I've already figured that out. You should have used that tutorial way earlier, actually. Your opponent is on the ground after you broke their stance. Stance is displayed as a yellow bar below the health bar. Use this time to really tear into your opponent or heal yourself. Okay, that's interesting. Find a new weapon type. There are a few different types of weapons. Try them to figure out which one suits you best. There are 2 free customizable weapon sets available. You can switch between them with R. This one does more damage, but it is slow. This one does less damage, but it is fast. So that's another issue. Don't tell me slow, don't tell me fast. Tell me exactly how fast the weapon attacks. So if you look at this weapon, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So that's basically how fast it attacks. And then if we look at this weapon, which does double the damage, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. But it is also two-handed, so it has a much wider attack range, but you can't have a shield with a weapon. So I'm the type of player that likes... I don't like playing with a shield that much. Although in this game all that the shield does is it gives you physical block. So that will... What does physical block do? Is it that one? 2 armor. What does the physical block actually do? Can you block? How do you block? Oh, right click. Oh, but it consumes stamina. Okay, that's a reason not to use shields, because it consumes stamina. So yeah, I'm not a fan of shields that do that, or that you have to use. If it's a shield like in many ARPGs like Diablo or Last Epoch or anything like that, then I will use a shield, because you don't need to use the shield to use it. You can just equip it. It's essentially a stat stick at the end of the day. So if a shield is a stat stick, then I will use a shield. But if you actually have to equip the shield and use it with a button, I don't like that. I don't like those types of shields. You found a spell scroll. Use B to access your abilities menu. You can equip a scroll there. Spell scrolls are consumed. Okay, that's probably not gonna be something that I will be using. I don't like consuming stuff. Oh, okay, that's the first thing that we've seen that you can actually loot once you've highlighted it. So that is interesting. That actually gives us a big reason to focus on the sight thing, you know? Oh shit. How the hell did you attack me from there? That's bullshit. That was a big bloody range. How the hell does the rat have that amount of range? Okay, so my health currently is 15. I guess we are supposed to heal a little bit. It seems you also get crafting, so you can turn the stringy meat into whatever else. Slowly regenerates health until 40 health has been healed. If your health bar is full, it is put on hold. That's really nice. I like that a lot. So I guess we can do that. I like this big weapon a lot. I don't like this mechanic, honestly. It is just irritating. I don't like this at all. I thought we might get something from the frog, evidently not. I wish you could highlight stuff. It's a little bit irritating. And it takes a lot of concentration to constantly look around for stuff to loot. I am the type of player that much prefers to just press a button like Alt or something like that to highlight the stuff in the area. Come on. Holy shit. Okay, the different enemies have different attack patterns that we are going to have to learn. Come on. So I went over there, but I haven't explored this area completely yet. So what is this place? Doesn't look like we can interact with this thing at all. Don't know what that is. This was a pretty bloody large detour, to be honest. But we got a nice amount of stuff. I like a game that rewards a player for being explorative. Okay, left or right? Okay, not over there. Let's go over the here. Oh, this is this side. Are you an enemy? Asmus, what a name. What, only you? Only I survived. Damn, that's what I trudged up here for. Do you know anything useful at all? I'm more of a jack of all trades. Well, we'll see. Maybe you'll still discover some latent talent. Newcomers won't have it easy in Drova. You've got to be careful where you walk around here and who you decide to tangle with. Am I really in Drova? Where else would you be? Of course, you're in Drova, the land of legends. Don't think that fairies will spoon feed you around here. Got to go and see the druids in Nematon. What do you want from the druids anyway? The druid gave me this crystal. Asmus doesn't look like the most trustworthy person on the planet, so let's keep our mouths shut. Alright, keep your secrets, just be careful, some secrets will quickly put you 6 feet under. The druids are in Nematon, but getting there is no easy feat. The earthquake caused the bridge to collapse. You'll have to take the detour through the forest. Sizes you up. You won't survive very long. Can't you take me to Nematon? Actually, I have to go to Nematon, but first I've got something to take care of. Regain your strength first. The Nematon won't be going anywhere. Wait a minute. Here, take this. A very well drawn map. It even says there at the side, crude map. It looks like it's fucking drawn by a 2-year-old. It isn't the best map, but it will help you. Will help you get your bearings between here and Nematon. For now, it might be best to go to the woodcutters. They live nearby. All you need to do is follow the path. Where are the woodcutters? It might be best they live nearby. All you need to do is follow the path. Okay, that's fine. You can thank me once you've made it to Nematon. It's quite the hike. Rest up at the woodcutters camp and get yourself a decent weapon. You'll need it in Drova. Report to Sengus. Guy's got black hair and he's always looking angry. Tell him that Asmus sent you. I've got to go. Maybe our paths will cross again soon. Well, overall, he was pretty helpful. So, for some reason, Asmus was waiting for the druids there. So, Asmus and the druids were in cahoots. Oh, we find a cave. I need a pickaxe, otherwise this won't be working. And we find a pickaxe. Try to click at the exact moment when the needle is in the green area. The needle will turn green to indicate when you need to click. If you hit just the right spot in the green area, you will receive additional ore. Okay. Ah. Okay. So what? I got one ore. How much ore did I have? I think I only got one ore. Okay, that's fucking idiotic. So, if you don't play the little mini game, then you only get one ore from the entire mine. If you play the mini game, then you get a shitload more. You get 300% more. I'm not a fan of that. Like, it's okay to have a mini game, but some people don't like minigames, so don't punish the people who are bad at minigames or who don't want to play the minigames with fucking 300% more resources. Like, that's ridiculous. That time I only got 2. How does that work? Sometimes you get 3, sometimes you get 2. Even though I clicked 3 times. That doesn't make any fucking sense. Once again, a little detour. Like, it's not difficult to see there's a way over there, but some people just will run on the path and completely miss this over here. So I like the fact that the game has branching paths, you know. Otherwise the game would feel too linear, you know. If you take out this path over here and you take out the path that we had over there to the top, then the game would feel really linear. Gain a level. Every time you gain a level, you'll be healed completely and you'll gain 4 learning points. If you find an instructor, you can use your learning points to raise your ability scores and to learn new talents. Some talents and even weapons require prowess. Prowess is the sum of all your attribute score. Okay, so can I level up now, or must I first go to a trainer? Requires workbench. Requires campfire. Ah, okay. Learning points 4. So currently my prowess is 15 because I have 555. Mind increases your magical damage and your base focus. Dexterity increases your critical hit chance. Each critical hit causes bleeding on the target and additional damage depending on the weapon type. Strength increases your physical damage you inflict. 3 LP. 3 LP, 3 LP, 3 LP, 3 LP. 3 LP. Okay, so is this all that I can assign, basically? but my prerequisite is 25 prowess. So how do I increase my prowess? How do I increase this? Increase your ability scores. How do I do that? Or do I have to do that at the trainer? Yeah, I probably need to get to a trainer then. Okay. That's fine, I guess. Not a huge fan of that, but okay, and anyway. Hey, that one is very damaged. How the hell did that happen? Do the enemies fight with themselves, like amongst each other, or what? Okay, that's going to a main direction. I don't want to go to a main direction currently. Oh, the game has fishing apparently. The game really involves a massive amount of swinging your mouse around. I'm not a fan of that.
Ah.
Tell me that you just crawl out of the gorge. Nobody's been through here for a long time. Well, now you've been here in any event. I'm called Merland, and if you're looking for work, you're talking to the wrong person. Go to Sengus, he'll take care of the wood. He takes care of the woodcutters. He's not hard to find. I've got enough to do around here. You can't miss him, just go along the path. You repair the bridge all by yourself? At the moment, yes, but I can't do this by myself. Those two knuckleheads better get their asses over here soon. what happened. Earthquake struck here a few days ago. I kept saying the bridge wouldn't hold out much longer. Now we'll no longer be able to deliver our wood to Nematon, and the Nematon won't be sending any warriors here. It's all going to be the dogs. It's all going to the dogs around here. Everyone's noticing. A few have bailed to join the remnants. Either we repair the bridge quickly or we're done for. Oh, you can actually kill people. Holy shit. That's interesting. Let's quick save to see what that involves. Holy shit. Okay, she's fucking me up. I'm in rats. Or not. Okay, so that's and then she loots me and she teabags me. So that's what happens if you challenge people. Oh, so she actually takes my money. Okay. That's interesting. So that's pretty cool that you can fight NPCs. I like that. I like that a lot. Too many games don't allow you to do that. Even if you don't kill them, like some games will not allow you to kill the NPCs, but if I can get gold from them or get something, even experience from them, then that is definitely something that I would want to do. But obviously, right now, she has like fucking 20 times my health, you know, so obviously it's not a super wise decision to fight her and probably many other NPCs as well currently, because I literally just started the game. But yeah, that's definitely something that you could do eventually when you've actually got a build going and you've got a good weapon and all of those kinds of things. There, we can finally create stuff. And that one actually does 1 more damage. Yeah, that's actually pretty good. There's not anything that I need to scan over here, is there? Oh, that's just a seed. Cat sits before you and sizes you up. What a cute kitty. Let's spam too. Bait, 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 bait. Okay, that doesn't do anything apparently. Blink twice if we don't understand. Cat blinks twice. You understand me? Cat blinks once. I've never talked to a cat before. Cat makes throaty noises while occasionally tilting her head back and forth. Meow meow, grush meow meow. If you're a cat, stand up and raise your tail. If you're a dog, do nothing. That's so stupid. She stands up, lifts her tail, sits down, looking at you expectantly. I can talk to cats. She licks her paw and ignores you. Okay, let's pet her again. Can understand me? Cross your paws now. Cat turns away and crosses her paws. This cat is a bastard. Ah, the cat is actually following me around. Found a ranged weapon, crude sling. By the divinities, you startled me. I thought it was another one of those filthy rippers that would have likely been the end of me. What are you doing here? I'm relaxing. I'm Malaria, the woodcutter's camp's hunter. What happened? There's blood everywhere. Things didn't go the way I wanted. I was injured during the hunt. Me? That never happened to me before. Everyone's going to laugh at me. Check out the Mythologia, their best hunter. Out of all of them, she's got injured. By the divinities, the wound really hurts. It won't stop throbbing. How did that happen? I was after a water rat when some filthy ripper jumped me from the thicket. I'd been focusing so hard on the rat that I didn't hear the ripper coming. Then I showed him what I'm made of. Made the damn thing squeal before it limped away. I won that battle at least. But before that, the thing bit me. Nothing like that's ever happened to me before. When the others hear that I was stupid enough to get ambushed by a ripper and then whine about one little bite, what a rotten deal. They mustn't see me like this. Shall I take care of the ripper for you? We should tend to your wound. We can do both of them, hopefully. I mean, let's do the ripper first. You against the ripper? No offense, but a wimp like you should probably stay away from those beasts. Or at least get yourself a decent weapon. It hurts like hell. Fifth filthy ripper. Well, give me your weapon. Maybe a healing plant could help? Yes, that's what I thought too. There are a few growing around here. I applied a few that I found nearby. They helped a bit, but then I got so tired and had to rest. Now I can hardly lift my bow. I'll look around, maybe I can find something that helps your wound. The camp's got a healer, a woman named Cora. She knows all about wounds and injuries. If anyone knows what might help, she does. But she must keep it a secret, and don't you dare tell anyone else in the camp. Okay, so you don't want the plant, you want me to go to camp. Ah, so that's where the ripper is. I'm assuming. Let's save. Need fishing equipment. There's the cave of the ripper, probably. If I were a betting woman, I would say that is where the ripper is. Papers guide us on our journey. You bring us an open mind toward which is strange to us, and thus a new community. The wandering ram knows its way and fears no obstacle. Thus Avelius too never lost his way. It is only thanks to you that he was able to unite our people under his banner. In this manner he could oppose his brother's cruelty. Place item. So what would you place there? Does it have something to do with this riddle? Maybe a banner? You bring us an open mind. Open mind? What would that be? Wandering ram. I wonder. I mean, you could basically just taste all of your items. Like earthroot. Nope. Silver ore. Nope. Thread of leather. Nope. Maybe a torch. Nope. Nope. Yeah, you could just go through all of these, but I guess you can't just do this. Like, that obviously won't help. You have to probably close the dialogue every time in order to hopefully stumble upon the correct one. But what are the chances that I have the correct item here? Probably not a lot, to be honest. Does the pattern on the ground have anything to do with it? Like a planet and then another planet with... It almost looks like a sun with rays going out from it. Yeah, I'm not really sure. I don't know what you would have to place in there. Daggered ritual knife. Throwing knife. Simple lockpick. Aggressive shout ability. Oh, learned aggressive shout. Oh, that's nice. So we have our first ability. So this is a consumable. Correct? I mean, it has to be a consumable. If this one has multiple stacks, then this one will also be a consumable. Ability. Inflict 30 stance damage. Okay. So it just does stance damage. I only have 15 focus, so I can't even do that one. Come on, doggy. Ouchies. What? Two hits. Holy crap. Okay, I didn't even watch my HP. I wasn't looking at my HP at fucking all. Okay, so we need to remember he can kill us in 2 bloody hits. This thing is fucking strong. That thing is incredibly strong. Oh shit, what did I just eat? Okay, well, it's not the end of the world, but I didn't want to eat that. Holy shit, and then we just get the same stuff that we get from a rat. Holy hell. And yeah, that thing was hilariously strong. It can kill me in 2 hits, and it takes like fucking 20 hits to kill. And then it only gives 40 experience. Oh, what's that? Yeah, I've taken way too much damage in that one. Hopefully the game saved. Fucking hell, did it? No, it didn't save. I have to face this bastard again. Well, I've seen that your weakness is fighting over here, so let's fight over here. Come on. Ouch. Ouch. Yeah, like one hit put me down to there, so it can literally kill me in like 1.5 hits. That's insane. But I want to kill him and then go kill those at the top, so let's do that again. Here, boy. Why didn't it dodge there? I did press dodge. Okay. Fucking hell. Yeah, there, the first bite that I received, I did press dodge and nothing happened. Sometimes the enemies freeze as well. I've seen that multiple times now, they just freeze. I did press dodge there as well. I did press dodge there as well. So it seems, unfortunately, the dodge system is not responsive in the slightest. It's one of those shitty combat systems where the game waits for your character to finish an animation. If you are in the middle of an animation, then it simply doesn't do what you told the game to do. I don't like that at all. I much prefer a system like what you get in Arkham Asylum, for instance, or in any of the Arkham games, where when you press fucking dodge, the game dodges. Or even in Shadow of War and Shadow of Mordor, in those games, if you fucking press dodge, then the game dodges, you know. That is a much more preferable way of doing combat, you know. If the player tells the character to dodge, it must fucking dodge, you know. Like in Shadow of Mordor or the Arkham games, anything like that. This system is not good. It doesn't make for a smooth, fluid gaming experience. Once again, I did press dodge there. Yeah, I really don't like this dodging system in the slightest. Remember to save. Not easy to see the water where the water is shallow and stuff like that. It's not very user friendly. They should make it much clearer. I don't want to engage too many at once, because that just makes it a lot more difficult. Fucking hell. Fucking hell. Let's load that one. That just makes it a lot more difficult to fight efficiently. I got hit twice there, which isn't what you want really, but that's life. Maybe that. Oh, new weapon. But it requires 22 prowess, which I don't have. Oh, that sucks. So some weapons have prowess requirements. Not a huge fan of that.
Ah!
What kind of monster is that? Did you defeat it? You've seen me. It's really pretty dark in here. You should be careful about where you wander off. Pride goeth before a fall, or a really big monster. Take care. Okay, so she clearly is a little bit secretive. One fucking iron ore. Okay, that thing looks a little bit spicy. Let's see. Holy shit. Holy crap. Ouchies. Yeah, that thing is a little bit too spicy, so I'll rather just avoid it. I mean, I could run past it technically. We can maybe try that. Explore the cave further and just ignore that thing. I don't know how far the stuff in the game chases you. There's something big going to be over here, probably. Holy shit. Holy balls. I actually got a fright there. Holy balls. Yeah, so we are Audi 5000. Don't want to fight that shit. Let's create one more food over here. How the hell she killed that thing is beyond me. But okay, we will come back here later. Where are we currently? We're not even on this map anymore. We're on a different map now. So if we sleep, does that just like give us health back or what? What if we sleep 2 hours? Okay, well we are full HP at least. So that saves us from having to use a consumable. I don't know how you're well rested after 2 hours of sleep. I'm like just pissed off after 2 hours of sleep, but anyway. This place wasn't glowing previously, even though it might just be because it's night currently, maybe? Maybe. I honestly don't know what they want us to put in here. Nope. Okay, so I think we've been in this entire place. We can go to the village basically. We need to get that healer for that lady. Holy shit. Holy shit. Holy shit. Dodge, you bastard. Holy schmoly. Now I need to go sleep again. Sneaky bastards. Oh, there's more of them. What the hell? One hit and I'm dead. Cursed Spriggans. Lately they've been getting stronger and stronger. I need a moment. I hope they didn't give you too much trouble. I was cutting down a tree and chopping it up when these beasts caught me by surprise. Laraya's actually the one who prunes the buds. But if you neglect that, which Laraya apparently did, damn it, then the Spriggans will run around and start hacking away. And the Spriggans will get even bigger. Fortunately, I haven't come across the fully grown specimen. Could get a bit sticky. As I always say, if you uproot the Spriggans in the morning, you'll get safely home in the evening. Yes, very famous saying. My name is Gendrick. I am a woodcutter, like most of the others. Well, those who are still here. At any rate, now I've got more peace and quiet. I can devote myself entirely to the tree I'm felling and listen to the birds chirping between the strokes. Want me to lend a hand? I've got to return to the logging site. All I really wanted to do was collect some fresh wood, and you know the rest. Grab 5 logs and bring them to the logging site south of here. Holy shit. Okay, yeah, let's not get hit. Go away. Oh shit. Go away.
Huh?
Huh.
Take the log splitter, come along. The log on the left is yours, the one on the right is mine. Pick up the axe, use the log, get started. So this one does the same damage as my bronze pickaxe. This is probably gonna be another mini game. The only good log is a split log, as the old woodcutter's proverb goes. Hold your hands a little apart and strike at a steep angle, take a strong swing and let the log have it. Blah blah blah, I don't care. Blah blah blah, I don't care. Blah blah blah. Blah blah blah. Total of 3 people have taken off. Finlay was the first, no loss there, he was a lazy bum anyway. Shortly after, Kesa left too, she was actually really diligent. You could really rely on her, too bad. And then there was Giro. Not exactly the sharpest axe in the shed, but the food he used to make was delicious. I'll probably never eat that well again. Agilo hasn't left, but now he's got to cook. He used to chop wood with me. Wood isn't going to chop itself, I say. I've pulled my back a little. Drova's no fountain of youth, but who knows, when Drova becomes the land of legends, everyone will be better. In any case, I wouldn't be turning my back on bailing on the woodcutters or on the Nemeton. Why didn't they go to Nemeton? The Nemeton, they don't accept just anyone. Actually, they would have to, if they don't want to go under, but, well, they're just suspicious of everyone. Why did they leave? They lost all hope. They'd rather be viewers in the remnant camp. I heard people rack up a lot of debt while working there, and then they won't let you leave. Next round, let's see who's boss. I took away their weapons and then I beat them to a pulp. Once I got my opponents in a headlock, they were thrilled to give up. Sometimes I'd like to feel that again, but, well, I guess those days are over. Why don't you fight anymore? At some point your body can no longer take it. Eventually you start losing, and then you've got to stop. That's just the way it is. But you still look pretty strong. Thanks. Chopping helps me stay in shape, but, well, there was something else. Her name was Sorcha. If I wasn't in the arena, I was in her bed, and I convinced myself that it could be something more. Yes, I was ridiculously stupid, blind. I wanted to quit the arena, and she didn't come to my last battle. Not even after that. Then I found her in the arms of that goddamned Gra, another fighter, a very tough guy. What did you do? What do you think? I tried to strangle Gra. Well, perhaps it was a little rash. He messed me up with his axe Snugger, and then he and Sorcha were gone. Who names their axe? After that, I was done with the arena and the remnants. I wandered aimlessly through Drova, then got chased by rippers. Finally, I ended up here. Sengus gave me a chance. Now I'm one of the woodcutters here. It doesn't compare to a glorious battle in an arena, but still, after a long day's work, I know what I've done. The remnants will accept you with open arms and they'll give you food and roof over your head, but if you get too involved with them and run up depth, they'll have you by the short and curlies. And you can't trust the woman there, they'll run off with another guy in a heartbeat. Nematon, things are more relaxed there, they're better protected. After all, they want to create a land of legends, but you can't get in easily. It'll go easier if you're just with someone who can vouch for you. You scratch my back, I scratch yours, that kind of thing. If there's anything else you want to know, just say the word. Where can I get better equipment? Sengas can give you decent clothes if you make yourself useful. Anything is better than those rags you're wearing. But for really good equipment and weapons, you're in the wrong place. Somewhere near our camp you'll find Blan and Karima. They're always arguing about what the best weapon is. Maybe they can help you out. Okay, let's rush through these. Blah 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 blah. I don't really care where the places actually are because I'm gonna explore the entire place in anyway. Okay, so he can increase our strength or our dexterity. Honestly, for me personally, I don't like the melee system just due to the fact that dodging doesn't really respond when it should respond, so I would probably go for magic. But for magic you need an ability. Currently I don't really have an ability. Well, I have a ability, but not really anything that does damage. So currently my only abilities are dash and aggressive shout, and I can't even do aggressive shout because, as you can see there at the top left, it requires more focus than what I currently have. So I need to invest in mind in order to increase my base focus, and then obviously also I need to get an ability that actually does some damage, you know. So I don't have any of that yet, but yeah, I definitely will want to go into abilities, even though, like, I want stuff like this, you know, summoning rats. If you can get an ability for summoning rats, that would be fantastic. Or an ability for magic missiles, that would be fantastic. So that's basically what I want to do. But if we look at the talents, there are no magic talents at all. The only talents are sword, spear, axe, daggers, shield, slingshot, bow, and then that's it. Like, there's no magic talent, so I'm not even 100% sure if you will be able to get the ability for summon rats or the ability for magic spell, magic missile. It might only be consumables, and that's all you can really get. So the game might not have a spell casting option, really. I'm not really sure, because if I look at the talents, there are no magical talents, you know, so that really sucks. Ranged would also be an option. I would rather do ranged than melee, because melee is just, in my opinion, completely spoiled by the fact that you can't dodge when you need to dodge, and that's something that is constantly going to fuck you over. So yeah, I'm not gonna go for a melee. I'm not gonna specialize in melee, that much is certain. Does this get one arrow? Literally one arrow. One arrow, fucking hell. So you need one log and one feather for one arrow. That is insanity. That's absolutely insane. That makes ranged be a very difficult option. Like you can do slingshots. It seems like the rocks that you pick up are relatively plentiful, you know. So far, how many rocks do I have? 35. I have 35 rocks so far, so that would be much more plentiful than the arrows. Like, the arrows are simply crazy. A room for 3 arrows. How the hell can it only carry 3 arrows? What the fuck is that about? How can you only carry 3 arrows? That sounds absolutely insane. Let's equip the slingshot. Oh, you equip it in your second thing, I guess. Okay, so I have it equipped now. We will try that a little bit. I really don't like the fact that you can't highlight stuff that is on the ground. It makes the game really obtuse because you have to swing your mouse around like a moron constantly. So let's find this Cygnus guy. There's a doggy over there. I also want to sleep because my health is so bloody low. Oh, that's stealing. Okay, let's save. I'm sure people won't appreciate it when they find you stealing. The game hasn't given me a tutorial about stealing. I mean, the game hasn't given me a tutorial about a lot of stuff so far. Stealing is simply another one of the things that they haven't given me a tutorial about yet. Let's sleep over here. We can just sleep 1 hour, I guess. I think 1 hour is enough to heal yourself. Yes, there we go. It doesn't show how long this buff lasts or any of the buffs, so that's an issue. You really need to know how long your buffs last. bastard stole my meat. And yet I wonder, why in the divinity's name is the earth trembling again? It's because of you. What are you talking about? You're the poor chump who was grabbed by the divinities and got dragged to Drova. My name is Cygnus. The woodcutters live here, well, at least those who haven't left, damned cowards. As Myth said, I'm supposed to report to you. Azimuth, and he split immediately. At least he sent you. We need all the help we can get around here. Don't kid yourself, Drova isn't what you might have been told. You'll see soon enough. We woodcutters work for Nemeton. We've always had to struggle to overcome adversity. Now that the bridge has been destroyed, we're cut off from our allies. A lot of people have piled on us. That's why anyone who can put in work is more than welcome here. Where are your people running off to? The Remnants camp. Sure, it's a more protected location, but if you join them, you're abandoning all hope that we can actually turn Drova into the land of legends. All of this because the bridge was destroyed. The bridge is the direct route to Nemeton. It's the only way for us to supply wood and for Nemeton to assist us quickly if necessary. But now the bridge is unusable. Awful timing. Now we've got to hang on until the bridge is repaired, and let's hope we don't get nabbed by anything with fangs or claws. Lan and Karima don't protect us from everything. Can I help you in any way? We must get the bridge repaired as soon as possible. We could use all the hands we can get. You've even got 2 of them. What can I do to help? That's the way I like it. We need people who really put their backs in. You're probably exhausted from the trip to Drova, but if you still want to help us, go see Jendrik and Agio. They'll tell you where you're needed. They're both reliable. They take off a lot of my plate, and it's a good thing too, because I've got enough to keep me busy. What am I going to get for my help? You'll be part of the community. That's what you'll get. Join in or get lost. I know that in Drova you'll have to look out for number 1. If you've done your part, you'll always get something in return. I've just got some old work clothes around somewhere. If you help us, I'll give them to you. They should fit you, and they're probably better than nothing. The rags you're wearing won't be any good. You really need Nemeton on your side. Nemeton needs our wood, and we need their fighters. Without fighters, the workers scoot, and it's too dangerous here. The monsters in this area are growing more and more brazen. A pack of rippers is advancing from the south, heading our way. Their howling is getting louder and louder every night. Without Nemeton's weapons, things can get hairy. If you want to gather your strength, the blue tent next to mine is free. Unfortunately, we haven't got much grub, so you'll have to fend for yourself. Our huntress Laria was supposed to get back some time ago. I hope nothing's happened to her. I can't go searching for her right now. Okay, just quickly go through these. Okay, so he didn't give us too much, but anyway. Okay, all of these are to steal. Drova's inhabitants keep a close eye on their possessions. You can try to steal from them, but then you want to be sure not to get caught. The mouse pointer indicates whether an interaction is an offense. Okay, so I will keep that in mind. I want to try a ranged combat before I end, just so that I can see if it is at all a viable option in the game. Because when you look at the damage, it says 8, and the log splitter says 7. So it should do more damage, but yeah, I'm not too sure that will be true. So let's look for an opponent quickly. Just because I am really not happy with the melee combat in the game, simply due to the fact that the dodging doesn't function the way that it should function. So if melee is not working the way it should, and ranged isn't good either, then that won't bode well for the game. Because clearly, due to the fact that there's no magic talents, that gives me an indication that the game doesn't really have magic or spellcasting apart from the scrolls, and the scrolls are consumable. So that's not a reliable way of doing combat. So melee and ranged weapons are really going to be your only choice in the game. Okay, there's a dude over there. How do you... Let's try... Huh? How do you reload? You have to right click. Okay, so yeah, it's a little bit irritating because if you walk around like this, you can see that black over there. You have to right click, like let me move and right click. So you pause and then it reloads. So when you reload your sling or your weapon, it takes about a second where your character stands still, and then you can throw again or you can shoot your next shot. So it's a very slow method of attacking. It works, you know, it does work, but it is really quite slow, just due to the fact that you have to charge up your shot. Basically the character has to do the animation, then you have to aim, and then you release the shot, and then you have to reload, and the reloading takes about a second and a half that your character stands still. So yeah, like it's a little bit of a slow process, and I really think in a very claustrophobic area like a cave, for instance, where you're not really able to move around a lot and dodge and all of that kind of stuff, the ranged combat is going to be difficult. It's not going to be as easy as the melee is. And then as well, the ranged combat also requires a lot of dodging. So if an enemy comes close to you, you're gonna have to dodge, which again is going to result in the issue with the dodging. Like the issue with the dodging doesn't work the way it really should, because your character doesn't dodge when you tell it to dodge. Your character dodges if it isn't doing an animation already, and that, in my opinion, is not a nice fluid method of doing dodging. If you've ever played Arkham, the Arkham games, or Shadow of Mordor or Shadow of War, then you will know exactly what I'm talking about. In those games, when you tell your character to dodge, your character dodges, and that is a far superior method of dodging and combat, in my opinion, than what this game is doing. So I'm really not a fan of the dodging in the game. Unfortunately, it doesn't seem that there's any way to not dodge in the game. It's simply the way the game is designed. In melee, you're gonna be dodging a shitload, and in ranged combat, you're also going to be dodging anytime an enemy gets close to you, and an enemy is going to get close to you very often, just due to the fact that every time that you reload your weapon, you stand still for like a second and a half. So that is constantly going to mean you're not going to be able to run away from the enemy. Reasonably speaking, you're constantly going to be face to face with the enemy due to the reloading taking a second and a half or so. So honestly, the combat in the game is a disappointment. What I would have wanted was a magic system. A magic system would be really nice in the game. Not just like the scrolls that are consumable. Not just like that. I really would have wanted abilities like this to be able to be used as well, you know. And I'm not a fan of the learning point system. You have to find the trainer. Only certain trainers can increase strength, only certain trainers can increase dexterity, only certain trainers can increase your mind. And then once you have a certain amount of prowess, which is 30 for these beginning ones, it's 30, then you can learn these different things, and that costs 3 learning points in itself. So you need to spend 14 or 15 learning points to get to 30 prowess. Then you need to spend another 3 learning points to learn an ability. So leveling is very, very slow. I mean, I've only gained 2 levels in 2.5 hours of playing the game. So it takes more than an hour per level, which is pretty brutal. And then, like I said, there's no magic in the game at all. You cannot play the game with magic. There's no mana in the game. There's focus, but focus is really more like a rage. Like there at the top is your focus, and focus functions more like a rage. You can see that as you attack, your rage increases. I'm not even gonna call it focus, it's rage. So as you increase your rage, as you attack, your rage increases. but then when you stop attacking, your rage decreases again. So you can, for instance, use this ability like there. Now I can use the ability like that. How do you use it? I'm not even 100% sure how you use the ability. Let's have a look here quickly. Usability Q. Okay. So you build your rage and then you can use your ability like that. And then your rage goes down again. So the game really doesn't have mana. The game doesn't have spell casting. I really would have preferred this game if it had some kind of a magic or spell casting system. The fact that the game only has melee and then ranged, and the range is very slow, much slower than the melee. Yeah, I'm not a fan of that. I'm really not a fan of that. I think the game should have offered a third option, which would be magic. So that's a little bit disappointing. The fact that the focus functions like a rage. So you're gonna have to fight in melee or in ranged to build up your rage, and then you can do a ability. And obviously you're gonna unlock more abilities later down the line, but yeah, it's still disappointing that the focus is rage. I don't like that. And then the dodging system is not good, as I've already explained. It really makes me not want to play melee. And the only other option then is ranged, but also ranged you're gonna have to dodge a lot, and the ranged is much slower. You deal much less damage with ranged as you do with melee, and ranged has the added negative thing, that the added drawback that ranged uses ammo. So they could maybe have made it so that ranged attacks don't use ammo, but instead they use stamina. So you had maybe could have had a limited amount of ranged attacks, and then you have to wait for your stamina to regenerate. You know, something like that would have, in my opinion, been preferable over a system using ammo. Just because the ammo is really fucking expensive. It is hilariously expensive. So yeah, overall the combat system is really not fun. Like, really, it is not a good combat system in my opinion, and that really spoils the game. I mean, 90% of this game is going to involve combat, and in my opinion the combat system is not good. So what are you really left with? You know, you're left with 10% of exploration, and I don't think the game is good just because of the combat being obtuse and just not it's not a good implementation of a combat system in my opinion. Like, I don't mind the combat like this. It's just the dodging. The dodging fucks up the entire combat system, in my opinion. Just the dodging. If they could make the dodging to be logical and to actually allow the player to dodge when the player does the fucking dodge, when the player presses the fucking button, you know, then I could perhaps recommend the game. But with how the game is currently, you are constantly going to be pressing the dodge button and not dodging because you're busy with your character is busy with another animation, and that is simply, in my opinion, not a good logical way of doing a dodging system. So really, the combat is bad, in my opinion. The talent system is bad, in my opinion. The stats and attributes are bad, in my opinion. The game has no magic system, which is not good. I would have really preferred some sort of a magic system. I like the inventory. It seems that the inventory is unlimited, so I like games that have unlimited inventories. The game doesn't have voice acting, unfortunately. I would have really liked it if the game had voice acting. I have an unspoken rule in many games where I basically refuse to pay $30 or more for a game that doesn't have voice acting. So if this game doesn't have voice acting, then that means I won't pay $30 or more, because in my opinion, a game that costs $30 or more must have voice acting, because what the fuck are the developers spending the money on? Why are they asking $30? Because like I recently played and reviewed Frostpunk 2 as an example, and Frostpunk 2 costs $45 fucking dollars, and it doesn't even have voice acting. So in my opinion, a game like this cannot ask more than $30 because it doesn't have voice acting. You are going to be doing a lot of reading in this game, a stupid amount of reading. So that's another small issue. Some people don't mind reading a lot, but I am allergic to reading. The tutorial system is not very good because the tutorials that pop up here at the top disappear. Like for instance with the one about bleeding, I still do not know about bleeding because the tutorial simply disappeared, and I do not see any way to look at those tutorials again. So that's an issue. The fact that the game doesn't have a map, a normal map, is not very good. Crafting hasn't been really explained, to be honest. You cannot rebind certain keys in the game, which is not good. There are several places where tooltips are completely missing, like when you create a character at the beginning, there are many missing tooltips, like on the items and your health, and all of that kind of stuff is not explained at all. So those are some important tooltips that should have been present in the game. There is no borderless windowed mode. The game probably has different refresh rate system settings over here, but it doesn't actually show it, so it should show it over here. You should be able to select 360 FPS as well. Like I said, you can't rebind certain keys, which is not good. You aren't told at the beginning of the game what the difference is between classic difficulty and explorer difficulty. That's another issue regarding tooltips. The game doesn't provide you enough tooltips. So yeah, guys, honestly, let me alt tab here and go to the Steam page. That's another thing. The game freezes, like literally the game just freezes if you alt tab. So that's obviously a issue, you know. If you look at the Steam page, you can see that the game currently is not yet released, but by the time that I upload my video, it should probably be released. I want to see if there's anything that I can see that I haven't really seen yet in the game that we've played so far. Those are talents, so the different talents that you can learn at different teachers, basically different trainers. Yeah, honestly, I'm a little bit disappointed in the game just based on the combat system. The combat system, in my opinion, is not very good. It would have been a little bit better if you had magic in the game. I really would have enjoyed the game more if there was magic in the game. But yeah, unfortunately, the game doesn't really have a magic system at all. And that's really, really disappointing. And also, yeah, like there's a couple of places where the game is a little bit low effort, like the tooltips and the game not having voice acting and stuff like that. So yeah, guys, I don't know. I really can't recommend the game. If you're okay with the game not having a good combat system, a responsive combat system, that's probably the biggest issue that I have with the game. The fact that the combat system is not responsive. If you're okay with that, then yeah, like the game is playable, you know. It just doesn't have a responsive combat system. Otherwise than that, if you're okay with either playing melee or ranged, you don't really have any other options. It's melee and ranged. If you don't like the melee combat like I don't, and don't like the ranged combat, which I don't, because it's going to rely heavily on dodging, then I really wouldn't recommend the game at all, because the majority of the game obviously involves dodging. And yeah, the dodge doesn't function the way that it should. Then I really can't recommend the game. You know, if you're okay with the combat system being mediocre and not really functional, not really responsive, then yeah, like the art style, I like the art style. I like the world for the most part. You're gonna have to do a lot of reading, unfortunately. But yeah, the game isn't bad. It's just it is completely spoiled by a bad combat system. That's really what it comes down to, and that's really the reason why I can't recommend the game. Normally I would say that the game is not good enough to warrant a $20 or $25 price, but maybe I can recommend the game for $10 or something like that, you know. But in this case, unfortunately, it doesn't matter what price the developers ask for the game still has a mediocre and not really responsive combat system. And due to that fact, I can't even recommend the game for $5, because in my opinion the game is simply not enjoyable. The combat system makes the game not be enjoyable. That's really what it comes down to, if the developers were to somehow allow you, like they do have some good options, like with the game mode Classic and Explorer, if they were to allow you to dodge when you actually press dodge on Explorer mode, then I could recommend the game, you know. So then they have the shitty non-responsive dodging mode in Classic, and then they have the actual good responsive dodge mode on Explorer. If they did that, then I would be able to recommend the game, just because that would then give you a responsive true dodging combat mode. But unfortunately, that is not something that is in the game, so for that reason I cannot recommend the game. Doesn't matter what price the developers are asking, I can't recommend the game due to the combat system and not being responsive. If you guys have played Shadow of War, Shadow of Mordor, the Arkham games, then you will know exactly what I mean. So yeah, guys, unfortunately this is one that I can't recommend. I like the pixel graphics, I like the story a little bit. The music is somber and mediocre. But yeah, honestly, it's just a game that unfortunately is spoiled by a non-responsive combat system. In a game like this, a difficult game like this, you need a responsive combat system. So yeah, guys, that is pretty much it. As always, if you guys want to see more reviews, if you want to allow me to do more reviews for you guys, then your support on patreon.com/LFP is very much appreciated. It allows me to do more reviews for you guys. Thanks a lot for watching, and I will see you guys next time.